Hello everyone. Today we will study prehistoric India, the phase before Indus Valley civilization. But first, let us learn what is history. The word history comes from the Greek word historia, meaning inquiry. History is divided into three major phases. Prehistory, before the invention of writing. Example, the three stone ages. History, after the invention of writing. Protohistory, the stage between prehistory and history. Writing was not developed by the people, but they are mentioned in the written records of literate civilization. Examples, Indus Valley civilization and Vedic civilization. The separation of these phases is a bit confusing because we don't know the exact date of invention of the writing. Sources of history. Our knowledge of history comes from two main types of sources: literary sources and non literary sources. Literary sources divided into religious texts and secular texts. Religious texts are Vedas, Rig Veda, Samaveda, Yajurveda, Atharveda. These focus on rituals. And then Upanishads, also known as Vedanta, deal with philosophical concepts. Sutras, Srauta Sutras, and Griha Sutras deal with rituals and moral values. Epics like Ramayana, Mahabharata, Buddhist texts, Tripitaka, three baskets, Sutta Pitaka, Vinaya Pitaka, Abhidhamma Pitaka. Then Jaina texts, Angas, philosophical teachings. Now secular texts like Dharma Shastra, example Manusmriti. This is a law book. Arthashastra by Kautilya on modern political and economic life. Astadhyayi by Panini, a Sanskrit grammar. Works of Kalidasa like Abhijana Sakuntalam, Meghaduta, Ritu Shamhara. Rajat Arangani by Kalhana describes social life of Kashmir. Harsha Charita, biography of Harshavardhana, Sangam literature by Tamil poets in assemblies called Sangams. Non literary sources are inscriptions, coins, archaeology, geological and biological studies, accounts of foreign travelers. Now, here is the main topic: prehistoric India. Pallavaram hand axe, found in 1863 near Chennai. First Paleolithic tool discovered in India, made of quartzite. The early phase of prehistoric India was Stone Age. The Stone Age is divided into Paleolithic Age, Old Stone Age, Mesolithic Age, Middle Stone Age, Neolithic Age, New Stone Age. Paleolithic Age. Paleo means old, lithic means stone. People lived in caves and open air. They used few sounds and sign language for communication. Main activity hunting and gathering. No knowledge of agriculture, house building, pottery, metals. In this phase, they discovered fire. They used tools made of quartzite. Their tools were unpolished, undressed, rough. For example, hand axes, cleavers, choppers, blades. These tools were made of quartzite, and that's why Paleolithic people are known as quartzite men. Mesolithic Age. Meso means middle Lithic means stone. People lived in temporary or semi permanent settlements. Their main activities were hunting, fishing, food gathering. They domesticated animals. They buried the dead. That means they had belief in afterlife. They created rock art and cave paintings, but still they had no knowledge of metals. Neolithic age. Neo means new, lithic means stone. They started agriculture and animal domestication. They cultivated crops like ragi, horse gram, and other varieties. They domesticated animals like cattle, sheep, goats. Their tools were polished, ground stone tools, finely flaked implements. They knew pottery making by hand and potter's wheel. They knew boat making. They knew spinning and weaving cloth from cotton or wool. They had tools for harvesting crops. They had self sufficient village communities. They divided labor by sex and age. They lived in circular and rectangular houses. Paleolithic age, marked by the first use of metal, that is copper. Copper was used for clearing forests. The main activities were agriculture, cattle rearing, fishing. They grew crops like wheat, rice, lentils, black gram, green gram, grass pea. They practiced jhum cultivation or shifting cultivation. They domesticated animals like cows, sheep, goats, pigs, buffaloes. But they were not familiar with horse. Animals were slaughtered for food but not milked for dairy. They knew to make black red pottery, ochre colored pottery. They had ornaments and did decorations. Thank you.